Hi YouTubers, and thank you for tuning in to today's very special tour review because of course, yes, in the weather forecast, if I look at it very carefully to double check, it's another vloggers video. It is day 10 and guess what, the temperatures are going to hover around 26 or 27 degrees Celsius, possibly 28, and yes, it is basically the very first hot day in August of 2023. Now that's actually quite interesting, isn't it? And I can tell you what, as it's going to be a very hot day, well, not as hot as, you know, the Mediterranean, or in this case, one other country in particular, Malaysia. Hooray! So I'm using the Malaysian flag just to salute people that I pretty much support this country, and my family are literally from that region. And because of the Malaysia 2023 event, which is the video that I'm talking about, I'm going to be taking out some various flip-up products that are literally behind this very particular festival, or in this case, a very particular event. Anyways, I'm going to show you, and this time, this is actually going to be a very different vloggers type video on YouTube because it's going to feel a little bit more like a typical tour review that I normally tend to do outside of August. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and show you what the products are like. But I've got to do a jump cut because I'm going to pretty much set up this amazing dynamic form, and it's something that I haven't really ever done before though in my life. And it's going to be fun. Without saying it too many times, eh? Woo! Actually, if you don't know what I'm talking about, and of course if you haven't seen my YouTube channel, go ahead and check out the Malaysia 2023 advert, which contains 3 birds, which are literally the mascots for the event. And it's quite a funny and very weird and wacky event though, because of course, yes, it features 3 birds being Hortney the Hornbill, Order the Oriole, and Summer the Shama. And of course, yes, I could definitely tell you what these species are once we get into the nitty gritty bits onto the full tour review. But if you want to check out the animated trailer, that's amazing. Go ahead and check it out because I'm pretty sure that's what this event is literally all about. And mind you, this trailer was made for at least around, guess how long? 16 days. Okay, with no interpretations going on here, they all look quite colourful, they all look quite cheerful, and mind you, that's what they all look like. And those are the sort of toys that will be aimed at young children because they say for ages 3 and up. Those toys over here can literally range from around £10 to at least around a very good decent £22 if you're very unlucky, including this one here right on the bottom right hand corner. And this is a classic example of a tropical themed toy review, which is amazing. And right overall at the back of the packagings of several flip-up products is what they all look like. Sorry if I'm actually showing you at the very further distance though, because the camera can't pretty much show you at a very further range. And of course, some of these products tend to be fairly expensive, like this one here, which costs about £22. But this one's actually got a bit of a problem. I might try and show you where the problem is, because I do know that the water slide feature is a bit of a faff. And this one here is of course another Malaysia 2023 product. Part of me is thinking, how many Malaysia 2023 products are there? I feel like I could just potentially make hundreds if not thousands of Malaysia 2023 products before the year ends. And I'm sort of converting this franchise or this event in 2024 to make it into Super Malaysian Birders, without going into the nitty gritty bits which relate into the Super Mario Brothers franchise. Actually, I should tell you the products' names. This is the Tropical Jungle Wetland Coast Water Park 12 pack. That's quite nice, although it's expensive. This one here is the Chinese Dragon Temple Village Gateway 12 pack for £12. And this one here is the £10 Indian Lotus Pond Garden 12 pack. Proves to you how multicultural Malaysia is. I love the peacocks at the back there. You know, it actually proves to you that these products give you such an astounding amount of variety and beauty. The nesting white-throated Kingfisher Spot 12 pack, which costs about £15.99. For £16, this one here, which costs about £13. An Uncharted Sewer Waters 12 pack. Oh dear, that talks about the reality of Malaysia, doesn't it? You know, I've been to the urban environments of Malaysia, and boy, there were geckos crawling on the sewers, of course. You know, these little areas to discharge water. And this one here is the cute Otter Fishing Village Haven 12 pack, which costs at a very decent £15. I've actually got a few Malaysia 2023 products. There's one product which I think is missing, and I think it's the one with the tropical fish and the life buoys in which the birds are swimming, and the pineapples as well. I might try and chase that one after that. This is the Waterbird Watch Jungle Cruise 12 pack, £10, and that proves to you in how exotically tropical those products are, be it coastal and jungle-like, if that's a word. Well, I can guarantee you these products are going to be absolutely awesome, and I've got a brand new light. Hopefully I'm just actually selling these once I'm done with this tour review, of course. But there'll be more Flip-Flop Origami Malaysia 2023 products as the video will pretty much be done. I'm just pretty much feeling aware that some of the products may have missing components because I'm just phone lazy. Let's get this one out. The envelopes have seen better days, which is a bit sad though somehow. I'll try and isolate some of the components that are from other Flip-Flop products along the way, and we'll also sort of assemble the characters and see how they're like, because, you know, it's so nice to have a very huge variety of Flip-Flop toys. There was another one which also had like monkeys in it with chickens, I think that's right though, which sort of, you know, are basically chasing after the monkeys which steal the groceries at the shopping village, whatever type thing. And I could tell with that guys, there's so much stuff. I might as well just have a look. Maybe I could make a product about orangutans in the future though, because the orangutan is a very popular figure in Borneo, which is that big old rainforest in Malaysia. Everyone knows what Borneo is like. And here comes the dragons, because everyone loves dragons, don't they? Out they come. Oh my goodness, this is so impressive. I tell you what, guys, I've got like a massive compilation of Malaysia 2023 products. Okay, let's take a look at what these products will have to say to me. Okay, the first one we're going to be taking a look at is the Indian Lotus Gardens, which actually comes with a peacock or peahen. Of course, they come with peacocks. I don't know. It actually reminds me of Spaldy, the peacock, or from like the Vietnam 2021 event. Do you remember the Vietnam 2021 event I did? That was actually amazing, way back in my house. And there's the peahen, which for some reason, I have to say, these legs are incredibly long. You know, it's actually kind of funny. It actually makes me think of an ostrich or an emu, maybe a cassowary, than that of a peahen, which is kind of strange. By the way, the facial details look very nice. And then we've also got some lotuses. I might show you the overall different designs of the birds, which look like that. There's of course a water hen, which is actually a tad darker than the other water hen, which I think is from the, was it from the mangrove set? If I grab this one here, this one is a tad different. Yeah, this one is actually a tad, how do you say it? A bit larger than this one here, which is a bit blacker. This one doesn't have that much detailing by the looks of it though. Yeah, that's superb somehow actually, in a very interesting way, seeing different toy differences. And then we've also got some fish, who I presume they're basically based on harlequin raspberries. And we've also got a kingfisher. In fact, there's so many different kingfishers that we've got though as well though. It's kind of funny. There's also different variations of the kingfisher. This one's got like a, the one on the mango set is a bit much more realistic, isn't it? Fancy that, funny that, hey? And then we've also got the other kingfisher, which is a tad smaller. It looks actually kind of interesting. This one looks, it's got like a longer beak than the other kingfishers, which is actually quite interesting. And then we've also got this other kingfisher, who for some reason looks like he's got like a, you know, a wing arrangement that looks very triangular. That's very unusual somehow, having triangle wings. Anyways, we'll take a look at the other toys along this section here, and then I'll show you the mascots. Okay, here is the water slide set here. I'm not sure how I'm going to set this toy up though, because it is quite a very unusual looking set. I think how would I actually assemble this set is I would try and, you know, basically have a go at something totally impressive. The water slide set. I'm not really quite totally sure on how I'm actually going to set this baby up though, but I'm pretty sure it was like that, wasn't it? I think it was pretty much like that though, and then I don't know, maybe it was something to do with like that though, you know. It had that sort of feature, and you know, it was built to be like that, and then you grab this tube, and then all of a sudden it just slide through. But the problem is, when I've designed this slide here, the tube would not actually go like that though. So just to show you very clearly, it doesn't want to go through here because I think there's not much friction on the paper and stuff. So still doing a bit of work around here, but it is so nice to examine where the problem lies and how to fix it. So I'm sort of thinking, what the hell is going on with this slide? Like, is this slide not actually working today? I've got no idea what's happening there. It's got like a very dirty and very grubby looking greenish reddish type life buoy thing. I think it's a float ring of some sort. There's a beach mat here, and then we've also got some fish, which once again are based on harlequin raspberries. Popular fish in the mangroves, but now kept as pets. And there's a piece of sun cream because it's bloody hot in Malaysia. And then you also got a bit of coconut action as well. There's a squirrel though, which I presume we would have ate the coconut alongside with the monkeys, which look quite nice. And we've also got a striated heron, which I think is a type of small little heron that looks very, very cute. Ah, that looks very nice, doesn't it? Very cute. And then we've also got the mascots, but I might talk about them once we're at the end of this video. In fact, what I will do is probably place some of the toys, some of the components away, which are, you know, not really the mascots of the franchise, but what I will do is talk about the mascots along the way here, and then we'll take a look at even more with the mango set. We'll just take a look what other birds do we see here. Okay, so we've got is that an intermediate egret? Kind of looks like a great white egret, which is another species of heron. I don't have to show you too much of it. And this is a painted stork. I love the designs of that bird, particularly in the way it's been renderized. You know, Malaysia 2023 has got one of the best renderized birds. This one is a striated heron. It's so amazing that we haven't had actual bird-related products though, alongside of the platinum birds. But this is amazing. Hopefully Malaysia 2023 can help to revive the birds again. Okay, so we've seen the water hen and the kingfisher before, but we haven't seen those fishies here. What are they supposed to be based upon? I have no idea what these fishies are, but if I look at the envelope for the mango / waterbird jungle cruise trial pack, I think they're basically based on silver pomfreys, which is a popular fish found in Asian restaurants and supermarkets and stuff, which is actually quite nice. It's got a bit of a rotund head here as well. You know, it's funny, it's actually popular in Asia for that type of delicacy. And, oh pardon me, apart from the, how would you say it? I've got no idea, I might have to just separate the other birds. There's, apart from the speedbird, there's also a water lily as well. How would you say it? This is actually quite impressive. The speedbird itself is a little bit tatty as well. This actually kind of reminds me of going back into Malaysia. Like, yeah, this is actually quite nice. There's a little speedboat. You know, Malaysia's got a lot of fishing villages. That's why they've got like endless amounts of boats. And then we've also got like a water lily. And it's kind of like the other Thailand, because of course, yes, Thailand's like the land of smiles, and Malaysia is like Thailand, but then yet again it's a bit different, isn't it? And also more diverse, more biodiverse in terms of wildlife and fauna, which is interesting. And I tell you what, guys, I'm actually enjoying this, even though it's going to be an unbearably hot day, as funny as it sounds. Mind you, I'm actually totally looking forward to what's to come. Oh yes, we'll take a look at what's this product here. Oh, I put the water hen back away because maybe there's a bit of a jump cut. We'll take a look at what this product is going to be all about next. Where my hand is. Okay, here comes our next one, which features the otters. Okay, this is actually quite cute.
If anyone's into otters, mind you, they're going to get goosebumps because look at those kawaii eyes. Hey, they're basically based on Asian short-clawed otters, which are the most common type otters found in captivity, but they're like native to Malaysia. That's why I've decided to add those creatures here, popular in zoos and safari parks and other animal parks and stuff. Here are the baby otters. Mind you, this one's going to give you goosebumps, isn't it? That's utterly amazing. Sorry for the pun. Here's the other side. That looks quite cute for an otter, isn't it? And there's the other otter, which for some reason looks kind of a little bit like a weasel or a ferret. I've got no idea what I'm looking at. This looks so cute. And then we've also got some lily pads. I mean, there's no frogs involved in this product though, which is a bit sad though, but nevertheless it is something, isn't it? And then we've also got some fish which are based on silver pomfries, which are fish found in Asian supermarkets. You know, if you go to Asian supermarkets, those are the sort of fishes that they'll be selling here. And not only just that though, but there'll be other fish that will also be sold in this country as well. Not in the UK, but Malaysia, in their country. I mean it. So the camera's being unfocused though, because the face on that fish is totally out of focus. I'm not sure if you can see it clearly, but it is something. And then we've also got the mascots, but I might chat to them about that later, just to do a bit of comparisons and what they're high. It's really fun to just go ahead and, you know, explore the world of Malaysia for the best of the best and the worst of the worst. But hey, I could probably put it this way because I'm really looking forward to it, as always, as per usual. And actually, yes, we've got a different speedboat. That one there. We've actually got about 2 Kingfishers in this product, which is kind of funny because it is a nesting pair, and I'm trying to, you know, assemble all the different products just to avoid confusion and delay. And mind you, it's so fun. I might look forward to do like a Malaysia 2023 product idea, which would be fairly awesome, and it'd be absolutely fantastic. And to create some very visual ideas for what's to come in the future. Okay, let's take a look at this one here with the nesting pair of Kingfishers. Here they come. We'll separate the mascots later on. Okay, so there's the speedboat. It's a tad lighter. It's got more of a lighter tone than the one that I've done with the water birds and stuff. But it looks quite nice. Overall, I might as well just probably find a way to place them back. And of course, yes, I might show you the other Kingfishers as well too. There's of course like some sort of nest. Okay, it's like a nest, and then you've also got some Kingfishers as well too. I might have to do a jump cut because that looks so blurry. I might have to show it closer. Always love doing camera focuses and stuff because I want you to see how very interestingly detailed in the way the birds are being done. And this is actually quite a very impressive looking toy. I'm not sure how you're going to see it via through camera here because at the moment it's very sunny there at the moment though. Maybe it's the curtains, maybe it's the way it's being filmed isn't that great. And then here's the other Kingfisher, who for some reason looks like he's got like a very deformed eye, but it doesn't really matter, so why complain all the time though, hey? And mind you, these are the sort of birds that are very similarly found in Thailand. There's a little nest, there's a water lotus, and there's a camera. And we've also got a pair of fish, which look very nice. And we've also got a little tiny Asian hat for Ollie the Oriole, which is actually very cute though. I mean, I could fit Ollie the Oriole. That looks fairly cute and fantastic, doesn't it? But I'll talk about him and the other mascots once I'm nearly at the very end of this video, which is going to be quite peculiar and interesting. Okay, we'll just sit them here because we've got 2 more products left just to show you along the very long way. Okay, I might as well show you what this product is next. This one here is the product that features, I think it's the Urban Sewer Waters Uncharted Sewer Waters 12 pack, which costs about £13. Isn't 13 an unlucky number, isn't it? Okay, so in this product, we'll just separate the mascots so that we can do a bit of a side-by-side comparison. We've got a crow who looks totally quite cranky. In a sense, there's the other side of him as well. Maybe that's the nicest aspect about him. Okay, and that's very, very nice. And then we've got some very sneaky looking rats, which aren't as sneaky as the monkeys, but mind you, they do look quite vicious looking. And it's like the 3 blind mice, aren't they? Because I'm not really been focusing on camera. Maybe the camera's a bit dodgy. I'll have to get like a 1080p camera though in the future though, just to make proper videos on YouTube. And it's going to be interesting. This one's got like very funny looking ears and such. They look very strange, don't they? Yeah, look at all those rats, baby, eh? Rats! What I'm doing out here at the moment. Okay, so this is nice. And then we've also got the painted stork, which is a little bit smaller than the other one, which came in on the Waterbird product set with the, the Jungle Cruise set. And there's also an egret, the intermediate egret. It's not as common as the little egret, but it is quite a very spectacular looking bird. In fact, there's so much of it here, eh? And then we've also got some fish as well, which look quite impressive. They look quite stunning. I love the fact that they've been rendered in a very big way, and a very nice way, which is very impressive. Yeah, the Harlequin raspberries, although actually, are they Harlequin? No, they're not Harlequin raspberries. I think these are Nile tilapias, which are a popular African fish being commercially farmed in Malaysia. That's interesting, isn't it? And then we'll move on into our last product before we're going to assemble the mascots. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at our last but by no means least product, which contains the dragons. Oh yeah, let's just hope this video doesn't drag on. Sorry for the pun. Here we go, we've got like a hat that comes in the set, which is only suited for Orly the Oriole. Orly looks a little bit fat and a bit plump in this set, which is a bit funny. And then we've also got this beard as well too, which you can plonk him right over the head and stuff. It's a nice Chinese, how would you say, caricature of some sort. This is actually kind of a bit strange. It's a very strange looking Chinese emperor caricature, isn't it, eh? That's very, very weird. And we'll take a look at, there's another Kingfisher here, of course, that comes in the set, which is very, very nice. And then we've also got some goldfish. This is a black and white panda looking goldfish. This one here is some sort of Japanese goldfish. And that there is a goldfish, typical goldfish, which is very interesting. Yay. And then we've got the Chinese dragons, which look like that, which also have got a little bit of a mouth feature. I should have added like a chompy jaw action, which is interesting. That looks kind of interesting, seeing a Chinese dragon which looks like that. Yeah, they actually do play a big role in Chinese culture. And here is the other dragon, which looks like that. Maybe I should do like another Flip Flat Malaysia 2023 product involving on dragons. How about that, eh? Because of China and all that stuff. And then, what is that? It's a water lotus. That's interesting. That's weird, isn't it? Anyways, we'll just see what the mascots are up to for grabs. And we'll see how they're like. Because, you know why? It's coming up very close to the very end of this video. Ah, yeah. We'll take a look at the mascots, baby. Oh, yeah. This is actually... Okay, we're in a no-brainer in a sense. I'm going to go ahead and do a size comparison of Sama the Shama, who's basically a blue and orange bird based on the white-rumped Shama, which is a popular songbird and also very expensive in Malaysia, Thailand and Singapore. You know, people in Southeast Asia love to keep these birds as pets, but not only that, for their songbird competitions. So there's some very impressive size comparisons. The one in the Chinese set is far by the plumpest. The one from the Kingfisher set is probably, it's got like a very strange looking tail. The one from, like, I can't really remember which set it was. That one there is a very strange one. This one looks a little bit fat. It's got like a dumpy short looking tail. That one there from the other set, which I can't really remember. It's sort of difficult to tell which set is which. It's got the longest of all tail proportions in general. And the one from the mangroves overall has got the strangest. It also has got like the shortest proportions and the smallest of the small of all birds. It's kind of amazing when you see like a huge arrangement of those birds like that. This is actually very impressive, even though it's a bit difficult to actually showcase on what they're like. So often they're very interesting. All of a sudden, I love those birds. Anyways, I'll just have to place them back to where they belong. I think the one with the mangoes is a tad smaller. And then the longest one is this one here, which in a sense is coming from another set, which I forgot the name of. It's a bit difficult when these birds look kind of similar. Anyways, I'll just place them randomly because, you know, they all look bloody much the same. I can't tell which is which. Funny that, isn't it? Funny that indeed. Oh man, they all look bloody the same though. They all look the bloody same, don't they? It's so funny, isn't it? Sorry, my mouth's gone a bit sloppy today, but yeah, I'm just basically packing the products away, hey? Which is far interesting. Who remembers the birds and stuff? I know Olive Oil is in this set. I know this one is Olive Oil and that is Courtney Courtney because they're from like that Chinese set, aren't they? And of course, yes, we'll just assemble them like so. Hopefully I'll try and, you know, basically remember this one's like the biggest. There's so many of those Olive Oils here, right? They're actually very nice to know, hey? And then we've also got Courtney Courtney, who for some reason has got like a very weird beak colour variation as well. This one doesn't look like it's standing very well, which I'm sorry about that, can't really do anything. And then we've also got this one here, looks totally flat. This one here from the mango set is a bit weird looking as well. And then we've also got this one here, which actually stands very perfectly. And there's another version of Olive Oil which looks like that, which for some reason has got like white feet instead of grey, which is a bit strange for an error. But nevertheless, it is actually totally amazing just to see what these birds are up for grabs. And last but by no means least is Courtney Courtney, the rhinoceros hornbill. They look amazing indeed. Mind you, there is one thing I've realised. Also, this one's all covered in red stains because of the life buoy, of course, or the float ring. Interestingly enough, they're also one of the taller figures as well. It's kind of strange when you see these birds towering up. Maybe it's like Birdzilla, isn't it? Very weird. And of course, there's some of the beak colours are also a bit strange as well. This one here is the smallest, I think, in this set. And then we've also got this one here. The majority of the Courtney Courtney figures are in fact very, very tall, which is interesting. I should show you very closely into camera once all of them are nicely stood together. I think the ones which are covered in chalk pastels are far by the darkest variations, and they also look very much close to how you see on a real hornbill. Okay, that's very important. And I don't know how much time, I might as well just show it to you because it's coming up towards like 9 o'clock or something. And that's probably about it though. They look fairly cool. So, that being said, I think that's going to do it though. So, my crockies, we've just hit it towards like the 9 o'clock mark. So with that being said, if you really enjoyed in this very interesting video about Malaysia 2023, please give this video a like. Subscribe for more for videos in the future. I'm really sorry this has to be a very rough and ready video because it's coming up towards 9 o'clock. I'm very sorry about that. As always, thanks so much for watching and bye for now. And stay cool in the heat just before like tomorrow happens. Bye for now.